The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon. Tonight, it's the Frederick Douglass Broncos against the visiting George Rogers Clark Cardinals. I'm Keith Elkins, along with former Kentucky Wildcat and longtime coach Cisco Bryant. And, Coach, these two teams have had different kinds of seasons in that Frederick Douglass got off to a tough start with 0-3, but they've been rolling lately. George Rogers Clark up and down this season and took a big loss last week to Madison Central. So on paper, it looks like Douglass is the team on a roll, but you got to play it on the field, though.
You got to play it on the field, but the one thing about Clark County is they got a lot of seniors. And I think that's going to be the big key for them to bounce back after that very disappointing performance by them, because they got a very good team. They're 5-4. And I didn't realize this is actually their last game.
Right, their last regular season game. They are off next week before playoffs begin. Frederick Douglass has, as we said, won 5 in a row. What do you think has been the key to Douglass getting things in gear and being on a roll now?
I think figuring out their identity and figuring out who's going to be the starting quarterback and who's going to get the ball in the running back, because in the beginning, we'll talk about that later, but in the beginning you looked at three running backs and you looked at 2 quarterbacks. So I think that's been the biggest key, and of course that defense, which I will speak on later.
All right, Frederick Douglass and George Rogers Clark tonight here at Frederick Douglass High School. Looks like a beautiful evening for football. Going to be a bit cooler than we've had in the last few weeks, but it'll be a nice evening for football. About 55 degrees right now. Tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. We're expecting the weather to remain mostly clear tonight and very little wind involved tonight, and the temperature will probably dip into the 40s as the evening moves along. So stay with us. Lots more to come as we get ready for George Rogers Clark and Frederick Douglass. We'll hear from both coaches, including George Rogers Clark, Joe Chirico, next on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Talking with Coach Joe Chirico of George Rogers Clark. And Coach, every team has to once in a while bounce back from a very tough loss, and you had one last week. Tell me about this week in practice for your team.
Well, we've been focused. We've been doing, getting back to fundamentals, trying to, right the ship. Things happen, and you just got to keep going and keep moving.
Your offense that you run, maybe a little bit unconventional for these days, in that you got three guys that seem to rotate in and out and handle the ball a lot and run the ball a lot and can throw the ball a lot too. Tell me what that brings to your team.
It's another dimension that teams have to prepare for. But we ultimately got to take care of ourselves and get ourselves right, not worry about, this team, that team. We just, it's on me. We weren't ready to play last week, and hopefully we'll be ready this week.
What about players to watch? I know it's a team game, but everybody always has a few key players that need to do a good job for you in order to have your best chance to win. Tell me about some key guys on your team.
We don't really talk about, players independently, but our D-line, O-line, that's where we go. It's how we, have won 5 games, and, we just got to be really good on our O-line and D-line.
And D-line tonight, of course, you're facing a Douglas team that has some variety of offensive weapons.
A lot.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot, don't they? A lot. And tell me, in general, what's your message to your team as far as playing defense against this team?
Try to get them on the ground as fast as you can, They're well coached, and they're a very talented football team. And, little errors they make you pay for, and that's part of our thing is we got to not shoot ourselves in the foot and try to do what we can do and what we can control.
Everybody has to deal with ups and downs in a football season. Your guys have shown the kind of attitude that you want all season, have they?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They work hard, and they've been, doing what we asked them to do. And, I'm proud of them. I like my team a lot. They're good kids. And, we just got to come out from start to finish and play hard. No matter what the outcome is, you don't lose, you learn. So that's the message.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight. All right.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Frederick Douglass High School for our broadcast on Glycod tonight as Frederick Douglass takes on George Rogers Clark. I'm Keith Elkins, Cisco Bryant alongside, and our producer tonight is Jackson Miller, and our camera operator is John Strange. That's your Glycod crew for this evening, and we're glad that you've joined us for football here at Frederick Douglass. Let's take a look at the keys to the game now. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. Cisco?
Well, the biggest key to the game, I think the coach mentioned it as well, is their D-line and O-line actually doing what they need to do on to stop the run. That's the biggest key to them. They got to stop the running back, Talbert and Turner, and that's the big key. And also defensively, they got to get off the field on third down. They got to get off the field on third down. I think that's the big key to the game as well.
And for Douglass tonight, what do they need to do?
Well, Douglass is going to keep doing what they're doing with that offensive line that's doing a very good job of making creases to run the football. So it's a little contradiction on words that I just threw out there. And also their defense continue to do what they do. They bend, but they don't break. And as long as the defense keeps doing that, that's the big key that they worked on this week.
And Dakari Talbert, we'll mention his name numerous times tonight, but on the season he has 901 rushing yards, and on his career, 1,964 rushing yards. So he is nearing two milestones, 1,000-yard rushing season, 2,000 for his career, and his coach is already touting him somewhat for Mr. Football next year, and he is truly outstanding.
He's outstanding, and I think the thing is he might not have the big numbers, but if you watch him, he's special. He's very special, and he's a junior. And like you said, he'll be back next year to do what he does.
Those are tonight's keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. And this broadcast is authorized by Frederick Douglass High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. And we'll have more of our pregame report in just a moment. We'll hear from Frederick Douglass coach Nathan McPeek right after this on Glycod.
First responders do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400 plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Talking with Coach Nathan McPeek of Frederick Douglass. And, Coach, your team has won 5 in a row now as you come to this late stage of the season and things seem to be going well. What's your focus? What do you focus on with the team at this point?
Just focused on, the basic fundamentals. I know it's, a lot of coach speak, but, just focus on, not turning the ball over, blocking, tackling, doing things right, especially as the weather turns. We've been blessed to have great weather up until this point, but at some point, it's going to continue getting colder and windier and bad weather. So, the formula that we've been winning with the last few weeks, while we're not scoring a ton of points, we're possessing the ball for 30 plus minutes a game the last 3 weeks. So anytime you can do that, and keep the other team's offense and keep our defense fresh, that's kind of how you win in November with November playoff football. So that's stuff that we got to continue to do and do it at a high level as we come down the stretch here.
Coming off a good win over Bryan Station, has it been a good week this week in practice for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions. We have homecoming this, tonight. So, I understand, I could tell the kids they're in high school wants to enjoy the week and, pep rallies and powder puffs and the parade and decorations and getting ready for the dance. As a coach, it's just very, very, difficult because of all the distractions. But, like I told them, there's homecoming was created for the most part for football game, and we got to go out and do our part and try to win the game. But it's for to go undefeated in the district and obviously to help on our RPI, and just there's a lot at stake moving forward.
We've talked a lot about some of the individual stars on the team, particularly Dakari Talbert, the running back, and then your freshman quarterback, Jaden Guzman. But who else has really stepped up for you this year that you'd like to give a little recognition to that has really worked hard and done the job for you?
Yeah, I think, when you look at guys like, on the defensive side, I know we talk about Sion, DeCorey, those guys are great players, but like Damon Green, that came over from Bryan Station, he's been playing really, really good football at corner, a really sure tackler. He's a good special teams player, and he's playing a little bit of wide receiver for us, but we haven't had a chance to work him in as much. I'm really proud of him. He's one of that, really good group in that 27 class. Our junior class is really, really good. And we're playing a lot of those juniors and sophomores. And then also our offensive line. Our offensive line was, players of the game this past week. Dakari obviously had a great game, but I thought Jeremiah Turner had his best game of his career as well. anytime you rush and possess the ball for 32 minutes in a game, your offensive line and tight ends are doing things right. And, our offensive line is a little undersized, but they're getting better. They're listening to me in practice, and I feel like, we're playing our best football as we head into the playoffs. But, like I told them, you're only as good as your next performance. So we got to come out and do a really good job tonight.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
A partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College, college for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Sun Time Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
Just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Frederick Douglass High School as the Broncos take on the visiting George Rogers Clark Cardinals. And time to take a look at tonight's game plan. It's built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. The right decision for your home. About that game plan, Cisco?
Well, the game plan for George Rogers Clark is very simple. Get the ball to Nelson. Get the ball to him. And a quarterback, receiver, wide DB, he is an all-purpose person. And also the Frederick Douglass game plan is to run the ball and keep running and timely passing. It's going to be the big key to the game.
All right, George Rogers Clark and Frederick Douglass coming up in just a few minutes on homecoming night here at Frederick Douglass High School. A lot of halftime activities coming up later tonight, but a big half of football in front of us. Before then, let's take a look at those district standings now. Douglass at 2-0 in district play, followed by Madison Central at 1-1, Bryan Station at 1-1, and GRC at 0-2. So Douglass has clinched the 6A District 8 regular season title and home field for the first two 6A rounds on November 7th and 14th. And then Bryan Station Madison Central winner clinches second place, and the 6A first round home game on November 7th. Bryan Station Madison Central loser, along with GRC, will play on the road November 7th against the top two teams in 6A District 7. Possibilities, the Dunbar Lafayette winner or at Tate's Creek. But it's all shaping up, Cisco, and getting that home field advantage is a big deal, isn't it?
It's a big deal. They got home field advantage when they won their state title all the way through, and until they met up in Kroger Field. So that's a big deal. It's also a big deal, the game across the street, if you will. Bryan Station and Madison Central, about getting that one game at home, it helps.
And, yeah, as you go into playoff time, sometimes you're, for whatever reason, another team's fired up. The underdog can stay in the ball game. That home field advantage can be the difference at the end. And so these regular season games take on a great meaning, and the district play, of course.
Right, and hit it right on the point. I think the biggest thing is your locker room. You drive up to your facility, and your fans are going to be a little bit more supportive because you're at home. So that's a big deal.
We got a good crowd here at Douglass tonight, a little bit more bundled up than we've seen for most of our games this fall. We had a lot of warm weather in the early part of the fall, but now getting into late October, and it's good cool weather tonight, and not quite so cold, I wouldn't think, to make a big difference in the game, would you?
No. This is I got a question by our producer who asked me about the weather, and I said when it gets real cold, it's basketball. You go inside. Yeah. But with that said, this is perfect football weather.
Yeah, not quite basketball weather just yet, and the temperature tonight will get up back to around, dip down to around 50 at kickoff, and then through the evening probably into the mid-40s or so, but not a lot of wind tonight, and so the players should be able to deal with that pretty effectively, I would think, as we get ready for action here at Douglass tonight. Two veteran coaches in this ball game. Head coach Nathan McPeek in his 6th season at Douglass, 57-17 is his 12-season career record. He coached at Fairview from 28 to 2013, and Douglass at 2020 to the present, and 100 wins and 52 losses. That's his Douglass record, or his career record. Douglass record 57-17, and here come the Douglass Broncos out on the field now, being welcomed by this homecoming crowd. And head coach Joe Chirico, 5th season at GRC, 24-31, a 13-season career record. At Paintsville, he was there from 2013 to 2020, and he's 110-46 in his career, and had a state champion in Paintsville in single A football in 2019. So a couple of veteran coaches tonight.
Well, they know what they're doing, and both of them got a title underneath their belt, and that's a good thing. One of the things about the that I haven't mentioned yet is GRC, is they do multiple sets. They do trips, double wing, they do it all. So that's going to be the big thing for Frederick Douglass defense, is to know their keys when they in a different set.
Our officiating crew tonight at midfield right now, our referee Steve Pittman, our umpire Jordan Blair, our head linesman is Jeff Clark, the line judge is Kenny Gay, and the back judge is Shane Norris, your officiating crew for tonight's ball game. Just about set for kickoff here at Frederick Douglass as our high school football season moves into its late stages. Hard to believe that next Friday is the last regular season Friday.
Wow, and that is hard to believe, because I remember when first getting started, it's trying to figure out who's going to start and who's going to do what. So it looks like that the George Rogers Clark will be receiving the ball, and this is a big test for their offense, who got shut out last week, was kind of surprised. So they get a chance to redeem themselves right in the beginning of this game.
So Douglass will kick off to start things. Clayton Wallace is their regular kicker. Morris back deep along with Laval for GRC. Atheus Morris wearing number 16, and Zay Laval is number 5 for the Cardinals.
And he's another gentleman that plays multiple positions for him, quarterback, receiver, and the whole 9 yards. So they got all their horses ready this time.
And the kick will come to Laval at about the 11-yard line. Has some room, comes up to the 20, 23-yard line, 25, and down to about the 27-yard line before they can wrestle him down. So pretty good start for GRC, a little bit of room to work with.
Yeah, very, very good job. I was kind of surprised that he actually kicked it to him. But the defense kickoff team did an excellent job of staying in their lanes.
And they'll spot that one at the 30 to get things started for the Cardinals in the white jerseys, black pants with the red stripe. Douglass in black tonight with the orange numerals. Set to go on our first play from scrimmage. The toss out to the right. That's Nestor who caught the pass, and Music who threw it. And a short gain up to about the 33.
Right. A lot of their passes is going to be that quick little throw to the top of the key, and also they run a lot of bubbles. So that's open field tackling for the DBs.
Thurman Wade credited with that stop for Douglass. This time Laval comes to the right, to the bottom of your screen. And the snap and the handoff. Not much running room there.
The D-line did a very good job of getting off the ball and stand right where they needed to be. And looks like George Rogers Clark, they're going to do a hurry up. No, they haven't.
Belcher carrying the ball that time. They'll have several different players who will get their hands on that football tonight.
Yeah, they do spread the wealth with no question about it.
Third down play and about 6 for the Cardinals.
A different look in the backfield.
This time straight ahead. That is Nestor trying to twist forward, but not having a lot of luck to Corey Fields with a sure-handed tackle.
Corey Fields, nice, again, as a one-on-one tackling, a very good job of staying low and staying in his lane. 4th down.
So 4th down and 2 for George Rogers Clark as they try to continue this first drive of the ball game.
Fields should have a pretty good game based on him getting off his blocks this game.
At the 38 on 4th and 2. See if they just try to draw them off, or no, they're going to take it and go with it. And here comes Nestor, and he's got the first down and more. Tackled up near midfield.
Ran the exact same play, and Lester did what he does. He moved to the outside and got the first down and kept the drive going.
So a first down for the Cardinals over in Frederick Douglass territory at the 49-yard line. Good start for GRC.
Well, coach has got to be happy. The offensive line came off the ball and stayed low and gave him a crease to get through.
This time they send Morris up to the left, at the top of your screen. Here's the snap, and again, straight ahead, there is Nestor. And Nestor is tackled at about the 45-yard line. Braylon Nestor, 5'10", 180-pound junior. 96 carries, 786 yards rushing this year with 10 touchdowns on the ground.
He gets his touches in. He'll be out of receiver sooner or later. Looks like they're trying to shorten the game down, which is a great plan based on the explosion of Frederick Douglass offense.
Second down and about 5. And the snap in there is Nestor again hitting into the line, and he's got a first down. First
it looks
down
like
yardage.
The ball's down,
yeah.
But actually the Cardinals have it. They said he's down.
So GRC retains possession.
The ball came out, but they already blew it dead. But enough for a first down for George Rogers Clark.
So a first down for George Rogers Clark. First down brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. First down GRC. Trip Cecil moves over in the formation. And now the handoff from Music. And there's Takori Fields on the defense, wrestling down Striker Davidson, the ball carrier that time.
Like we said, it's going to be a lot of touches for a lot of their guys. They've got quite a bit of running backs, and skilled guys can play multiple positions.
The 2nd and 5. Remember, GRC shut out last week by Madison Central, but operating on a nice drive to open this game against Frederick Douglass. They sent Morris up to the top of your screen to the left. The snap and Music, a quick flip out to Nestor, and Nestor's down to the 21-yard line before he's stopped, and that'll be another first down for George Rogers Clark.
That's that quick little flare pass, a good block by the tight end at the top of the key. They got him on the corner, and another first down.
First down, George Rogers Clark.
But we've seen this out of Frederick Douglass defense in the past. They've been, and usually about this time inside the red zone, that they tighten up a little bit.
Play comes in for GRC. They send Laval out to the right. Morris to the left. Music at quarterback now, and the handoff goes to Belcher. He tries that left side, and they're waiting for him this time.
Yeah. I look for GRC to actually throw a ball out to the flats down here this way this time, because a lot of penetration up the middle, keeping them from getting that run. So what you do is you throw the ball outside to try, or do a pitch to try to get the linebackers to back up off the line of scrimmage.
Devon Ellery with the stop for Frederick Douglass. Second down play, and about 10 yards to go for the Cardinals. And Nestor takes it, hands off. Belcher again swarmed on, and lots of Broncos in there to make that stop. See Fields getting up.
Yep. Now he's going to fill his hole.
Nelson Iraquiza on that stop for Douglas.
Big play for GRC on this one.
So 3rd and 8. Inside the 20. And the snap, and here goes Nestor, and he is wrestled down in the backfield. That was Fields that time.
Coming off that edge, he came downhill early. Nice little call by Pope, bringing him from the outside. He's been in the middle of the field, and they slid him on the outside, and he came downhill.
So a 4th down situation now, 4th and 10 for George Rogers Clark. So it looks like they'll try the field goal. Carter Music there to hold. Ross to kick. This will be a 36-yard attempt. It's blocked. That ball is scooped up by Banther, and he heads down around the left side.
He's got a wall.
Comes down the field. Here is at the 40, 45, 50, and headed down that sideline. And it looks like he may score. It's going to be a touchdown for Frederick Douglass.
I'm looking back. I don't see any flags. There's nothing down on the ground. Touchdown, Frederick Douglass.
Keenan Banther with the recovery on the block kick and took it in for the score, close to 90 yards. And the Douglas Broncos defense has put them on top, 6-0 on the big return by Keenan Banther of the block field goal attempt.
Well, that's been Frederick Douglass' biggest thing. You drive the ball down on them, and then their defense bends, and I keep saying it, they ain't been breaking. But that right there was nice. Blocked the field goal and took it to the distance.
So after a long and effective drive by GRC, it comes apart on the blocked field goal and a score for Douglas. Now here's Wallace to try the extra point. And it is on its way, and it is good. And the Broncos get out ahead now, 7-0 with 4:47 to go in the first half. This touchdown brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. We'll take a short break and be right back with the kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
So Douglas breaks on top, 7-0 after the blocked field goal is returned for a touchdown. That comes with 4:47 to go in the first. Keenan Banther with the big play. Cisco, you're telling me that they had the same sort of play against Manual earlier this year, right?
Yeah, they did. Manual took the ball down, and a special team blocked field goal and went the distance on that one. And now George Roger Clark just needs to bounce back. They control really the line of scrimmage, getting a fourth down and getting 2 third downs to keep their drive going.
There's the kick, a short one this time, and GRC on it at about the 32-yard line.
They try a little squid kick, and that's where you kick it right at the front guy and hope it hits him and bounce back towards you. But George Rogers Clark was ready for that.
Yeah, you want to, I guess the thinking is catch him off guard after the big play has provided a little shock there with the blocked field goal. But in this case, GRC recovers, and they'll start out on offense again. 4:44 showing on the first quarter clock, 7-0 Frederick Douglass. The first down play coming from the 32-yard line. And the snap and the run for Nestor, and he gets across the 35 to about the 36. Devon Ellery in there on the stop for Douglas, among others. Sion Khan, a strong member of that Douglas defensive unit, also in on the stop.
Yeah, they've been getting to the football, a lot of them at that time. So look like a little pass. Look like Frederick Douglass in man coverage.
So that's 2nd and 5 now for the Cardinals. Here is striker Davidson, but he's going to be stopped in the backfield that time. That was Lamonte Brown who broke in and made the stop.
Nice play by Mr. Brown. So this is a big down for them. A 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
From the 34-yard line. Martin brings in the play. Then there's Carter Music back in the lineup for GRC.
Yeah, look for Cecil to get his first look and get him a nice catch and see what happens. Looks like everybody's coming.
Here's the snap and a quick toss out to the right, and the overthrows Morris.
He had him. He just overthrew him. Yeah. Nice route. Ran a little out route. Ran the front side receiver straight ahead on a fly pattern and came underneath on the out, just overthrew him.
Yeah, he had a little room out there if he'd made the catch, or had a little room between he and the defenders.
Right, and enough for a first down. So it's 4th and 8, and
so a punting situation for GRC with 3:08 to go in the first.
And
but are they going to punt?
It looks like he might squib it, do a quick kick.
4th and 8.
4th and 8.
Sion Khan back deep for Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's going to
quick
give
kick.
It a kick, and Khan takes it on the run, comes up to the 45, looking for room, gets to the 50, the 45, the 40, and breaks another tackle. He's going to go all the way, Sion Khan.
We've got a hit behind the ball, which you can't blindside anymore, so a flag is going to be probably on about the 25-yard line. That was you can't hit behind the runner anymore.
So there is a flag on the field.
And there's no reason for him to do it because he wouldn't have caught him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have caught him.
Yeah.
That's a good call by the official.
Well, a fine play by Sion Khan on the return, and searched out his running room and found it. And of course, had the speed to turn on after he got there, but it's coming back.
Blindside hit. Yep. They don't let you tee off anymore.
Ever see some of those old highlights from the NFL in the 70s, and teeing off was about, that was standard procedure, wasn't it?
You kept your head on a swivel.
Oh, wow. So they're stepping off the yardage now.
So Guzman gets his first opportunity on offense. Young freshman. Coach McPeek doesn't. Coach McPeek's not understanding. He did not call a clip. He called a blindside hit.
So Guzman, the freshman quarterback, is in there. Right alongside him is Dakari Talbert. And Talbert takes it, starts to his left, and now looks to his right, and finds a little room over there, goes around the outside, and they're still trying to bring him down around the 20-yard line, and a flag comes in.
He threw that a long ways.
Yeah, that was some good hang time on that flag. Came in from a distance.
We got a face mask.
Face mask call against GRC. First down for Douglas.
So that'll be his run and plus an extra 15 at the end of it. That would put the ball inside the 10-yard line and inside the 5. Inside the 10, excuse me, on the 9.
Dakari Talbert continuing to advance toward 1,000-yard rushing for the season and 2,000 for his career.
He's a sighting.
Now inside the 10. And this time, GRC is in on the defense, and that was Talbert, and couldn't find any room that time.
Yeah, Coach McPeek was telling him, lower your shoulder and get upfield, and he's like, my bag.
May have looked, sometimes you just have to look for a soft spot, don't you?
Right. Every nice little running back's got a little Barry Sanders in them.
Stewart out to the right for Douglas, out toward the top of your screen. And they give it to Talbert, and he's down to about the 5, the 4-yard line. Talked about the freshman quarterback, Jaden Guzman, a 5'9", 150-pound freshman, 65 out of 114 in the air this year for 741 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And he has continued to develop as the season has gone along.
Remember the first time he came in, watching him, he's grown quite a bit.
He turns, throws out to his right, and the ball is knocked away.
And they're saying incomplete.
Incomplete pass. He was going for Kaysen. So a fourth down play. One more thought on Guzman. The coach has brought him along in a nice sense too, hasn't he, as far as a freshman, and giving him good plays to work with and put him in a good situation to succeed.
Right, and I think the only time Coach said that he didn't, he ends up throwing a pick six, and he said, I'm not going to put my freshman quarterback in that situation again. Very good play calling for the young freshman.
Here we go on fourth down. He's firing across the middle, and a great catch. That's Kaysen again with the pink sleeves, and he reached up and made the catch. He's a good target back there, and Terry Kaysen brings it down. That's his 5th touchdown catch of the year, and he has given Douglas a 13-0 lead with 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Well, that's a good target when a guy can reach up and make a catch like that. You know about those kinds of catches.
Yes, one-handed catch in the end zone, and I mean, again, great throw. He threw it on the outside and let his athlete go make that play.
So it's 13-0 now, and Wallace will try to make it 14-0. And this one is blocked, and so no extra point here. The score holds at 13-0. And that touchdown brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. It's 13-0 Frederick Douglass with 1:18 to go in the first quarter of play. We'll be right back on Glycon.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We are back at Frederick Douglass High School. The Broncos have a 13-0 lead late in the first quarter, getting set to kick it off again. And, of course, that opening drive momentum of GRC broken by the blocked field goal, the long return by Keenan Banther. That put the Broncos up. Then on their next possession, touchdown pass from Guzman to Kaysen. And it's a 2-touchdown lead, although they did fail on the extra point. 13-0, the score in favor of Frederick Douglass. Kick down the right side and out of bounds.
I love special team coaches. They're a little hype, and he's comes over at the special coach, got something to say to him. Coach McPeek has something to say, because you're basically going to put the ball on the 35-yard line.
35-yard line is where George Rogers Clark will start. So again, good field position for the Cardinals. Moved the ball very well on their first drive. Nestor turns and hands it off. And a little extra swings and a couple of connections after the play was over. Cecil had the ball, but then as the play was ending, and a few players get into it a little bit, and so we'll see what the officials have decided here.
Well, and normally what happens is in that situation, they usually catch the second guy.
Yeah.
Every single time. So they're talking about it, so they might be offsetting.
We'll see. Waiting for a signal. Wave it off.
They waved it off.
All right. Well, we'll go on. No harm, I guess.
No foul.
Is in that situation. A couple of pretty good swings, but maybe the connections weren't sufficient for a penalty. So George Rogers Clark with it. At the 41, here's Striker Davidson looking for room and finding a little bit on that left side. Got up near midfield.
Well, and that's what you need to do to try to get the momentum back after blocking the field goal, blocking the extra point. You need to get your momentum back, slow your babies down, and come back and just take control of the game, the clock.
48-yard line in GRC territory, but they do have a first down inside the final minute of the first quarter. Here's the snap to Nestor, gives it to Belcher, and he is met hard in the backfield. That'll be a loss. Lamonte Brown in there again, along with Thurman Wade.
Yeah, both of them met at the ball carrier. They're not very big on that front four, but they are quick. They're getting in their gaps, and they're shooting the gaps, and then he's bringing in from the outside. So they're gonna go from there. Looks like the end of the half.
We're going to let the quarter clock run out, and it does. And at the end of one quarter, it is Frederick Douglass 13 and GRC nothing. And we'll be right back for the start of the second quarter on Glycod.
A partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Cisco Bryant here at Frederick Douglass High School. Douglass with a 13-0 lead, Cisco, but we saw a good opening drive for GRC. So the game plan is there, but they've got to execute.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. They controlled the clock. They actually controlled till they came down, and then what we talked about at the game plan and the situation that Frederick Douglass defense bends, but it doesn't break very often. So right now is they're controlling it again and trying to get momentum back after the blocked extra point. 13-0, Frederick Douglass in the second.
So the ball at the 46-yard line in GRC territory as we start the second quarter. Snap, and Nestor takes it. Not much there for him. Gets to about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line, but stacked up there by the Broncos. 47, we'll call it. Over the first quarter statistics, and Bakari Talbot with 24 yards gained, and Braylon Nestor a nice start for
6 carries for 33.
GRC, yeah. Anything else on there that jumps out at you from the first quarter? Not a lot of big numbers just yet.
Not yet.
What was the field goal? 88 yards on the field goal return, blocked field goal return by Keenan Banther. Next play coming. Here is Music, and he fakes, and he's going to go long. Got a man out there, and that one is broken up down near the sideline.
I don't think the quarterback actually saw that they backed out of man coverage and went to zone, and he was actually sitting back there waiting like an outfielder and knocked it away.
Going for Laval. So now a fourth down play coming up, 4th and 11 for GRC. Kahn is back deep for Frederick Douglass. And we'll see the same type of formation we saw the last time that they had to kick it away. But this time it's going to be Music to throw, and he fires out to the right side, got his man, and he's got a first down the sideline and out of bounds. And so GRC is able to convert.
There's a whole lot of conversation going on with after every play, and officials I think doing a great job of just stepping in, stop, and if they don't do it the first time, then you flag them the second time.
Nestor with the catch, Music with the throw for GRC.
That was a very good play call right there to try to keep the momentum. Like you said, a veteran coach is going to figure out something. They're going to improvise and adapt.
So 1st and 10 for GRC. And, if you lose one like they did last week, too, you want to get back out on the field and show what you can do and show that you're better than they were last week when they lost.
I was real surprised at that score.
It was a surprise to see that score. 49-0. Madison Central beat GRC last week. Here is Music, takes the high snap and heads into the middle of the line. Runs into Brown again and a couple of other Douglas teammates. Tim Jackson in on that stop too.
I mean, everyone just watching this episode can tell they're both are coming off the ball hard on offense and defense, and it's about making your plays and getting ahead on the defense, and the defense getting off the block.
No, 2nd down and about 8 from the 33. Again, GRC with a drive going, trailing by 13. The give to Nestor, and they are after him to Corey Fields in on that stop.
Yeah, Fields in the first quarter had 3 tackles. So that's his 4th, and Mr. Brown was in there on there as well.
So a 3rd down play, 3rd and long for GRC, but they seem to regard most of the field as 4-down territory. So we'll see what they do if that comes up again. But right now it's a 3rd down play. The snap, and Music is back and looking and now running to the right and now setting up and firing open. Long. Got a man out there, and it is broken up right at the last second.
And
the receiver is still down out there, but Frederick Douglass, 2 defenders out there. Banther was back there.
Pass was a little short, but a very good breakup by the DB for Frederick Douglass.
To Corey Fields also in on that play on the defense. And Laval was the intended receiver, and he's sitting up over there on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a good sign. He's setting up.
Here's the final of the UK-Purdue game. UK 78, Purdue 65. Win by the Cats.
So with 9:23 to go, we hesitated for a moment. They just announced the final score of the Kentucky-Purdue basketball game at Rupp, and the Wildcats won it. I think he said 78-65.
Yeah. Good start.
Well, that'll be a good start. People will be excited. Expectations won't be too high now, will they?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
After having 2 players they're supposed to start and then come in and the number 1 team in the nation. But we don't know the rotation that Purdue's coach did and his chemistry. There's a reason why they're ranked number 1. We'll find out when the season starts.
That's true, and we have to keep in mind that it is an exhibition game and it doesn't count, although a lot of fans will say it doesn't count unless we win. And, so, and Kentucky did win tonight. So we're seeing now the player shaken up on the play. Zay Laval has been helped up, and he is walking under his own power, although they're standing right there with him. So he took a pretty good hit that time in trying to make the big play for his team down the sideline. Well, that will bring up a 4th down play. So now GRC operating on 4th down. At the 35-yard line, there is Music back to throw, and now running to his right, and now fires down the sideline, incomplete. So they did, as expected, go for it on 4th down, but did not make the connection. That'll turn it back over to Douglas at the 34-yard line in Douglas territory.
He was trying to hit the running back out of the backfield, and basically what happened is they picked him up, and then pressure came up the middle. So Music threw it away so he wouldn't throw an interception and have a chance for a return.
So we mentioned we'll see 2 or 3 players at least take the snaps for GRC tonight, and when Carter Music is in there, that's when they're most likely to throw. 48 of 82 coming in on the year. And Douglas with it now. And the pitch forward. And the play coming around the right side, and finally they wrestled him out of bounds. That is Kane Bell Pointer, who took the forward flip. And that one puts the Broncos in business with a first down at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 11 on that play.
Now, everybody needs to remember that name. That young man is very talented. He is very talented. It's just a matter of time when he gets on that field.
Yeah, Kane Bell Pointer, plenty of speed. Played at Tates Creek last year.
Yep.
Here's the snap.
Cooper.
And the handoff. And that is
Mr. Cooper.
Cooper Ross.
Yep. Cooper Ross. Yep.
Carried by number 22, Carter Ross.
Carter Ross.
Carter Ross.
Say,
I'm
yes.
sorry. There's triplets.
Uh-huh. Brady and Jackson Ross.
Yeah.
Levi Ross.
Levi Ross.
Levi Ross is with GRC.
Yeah.
A lot of Rosses on the field tonight.
Well,
Another first down for Douglas.
We'll give him his props. 22.
Carter Ross. Yeah. And he has had a pretty prominent role in that Douglas backfield this year.
Yep.
Even with the presence of Dakari Talbert. Here's a long pass downfield, and that one is incomplete inside the 10-yard line. Going for Kaysen again.
Kaysen had a step, but the safety did a good job coming over the top to help him out.
So this will be a second down play from the GRC 43 for Douglas.
We haven't seen Turner yet.
That's Kaysen in there now, up to the left.
Offsides on the George Rogers Clark.
So a step off the penalty against the Cardinals.
As they say in the NFL, unabated to the quarterback.
Uh-huh. Second down and 5 from the 37. And Kaysen up at the top of your screen. And the handoff goes to Talbert. Now he turns on the speed as he gets to the right side and gets down across the 30 to the 28-yard line, maybe the 27.
Newsman's handoff to Dakari Talbert, and the result of the play is first down, Douglas.
Another first down for the Broncos.
First down.
Clock ticking down toward the 8-minute mark in the second quarter. 13-0 Douglas. Ball at the 27-yard line. TJ Stewart wide left this time. And the handoff goes to Ross. And he's fighting forward for yardage down close to the 20.
Big, strong run right there.
Carter Ross, 5'9", 205, a sophomore. 26 carries, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns coming into this ball game. All marked at the 21, second and 3, maybe 3.5 for the Broncos. Kaysen and Stewart to the left for Frederick Douglass. This time, it's Guzman with the short pass out to the right side. Good for a short gain.
Guzman's pass is complete to DeAndre
Clay with the catch.
18-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Ross, a junior.
Yeah.
Not a sophomore, a junior, Carter Ross. Here's a handoff to Talbert. It's into the middle and met with some resistance that time as
defense.
Cole Rose in there for GRC.
Yeah, Cole Rose did a great job of penetrating and stopping him, and looks like it's going to be 4th and inches.
So 4th down Less than a yard. Much less than a yard, in fact. Let's see what the Broncos do here. So we get a whistle and we'll get a timeout here, I believe. Yes. It'll be a timeout called by GRC with 5:48 to go, and we'll take a short break and be right back with more football on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Frederick Douglass with the 13-0 lead on the board, 5:48 to go, second quarter. Glad you joined us on Glycod. I'm Keith Elkins, Cisco Bryant alongside, and Jackson Miller is our producer tonight. John Strange, our camera operator. We're at Frederick Douglass High School. Broncos with a 4th down play, needing less than a yard. And they call on Talbert, and he's got the first down. Tackled by Cecil, but Dakari Talbert will move the chains.
Cecil comes up from the safety. Every time, we talked about it last week at Bryan Station, it looks like every time he carries the ball, it looks like he's about to break one.
Yes, and we've also talked about his patience and being able to pick his spots too. He finds the hole and then really hits it. First down, Douglas. Here's Talbert again, straight ahead and down to nearly the 5-yard line, so he'll be just a couple of yards short of a first down. We're at the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Talbert, a good combination of speed and power and the ability to choose his spots as well. You send TJ Stewart far left, wide, and up toward the top of your screen. Guzman going to give it to Talbert again. He's inside the 5, battling toward the goal line.
That's the wheel to score.
And he is in. Touchdown Talbert with 4:32 to go. That'll make it 19-0 Douglas, and no need to vary from that formula. I guess you get close to the goal line, give it to Talbert. He's on your side. Let him work.
He runs when he gets. It's amazing how he runs from the 20 to the 20 as a scat back, and then when he gets inside that 10, he becomes this big, strong fullback runner. He shoulders and he stays low to the ground, and a couple of guys had an opportunity to stop him. It didn't happen. The swinging gate. And did they say he got in? Direct snap, they said he's in. Yep. Direct snap to the...
So 2 for Douglas.
Yeah. After...
That comes with clock stopped at 4:32, and the score goes to 21-0. So they had the extra point blocked in the earlier attempt that time. 2-point conversion for the Broncos, and that comes with 4:32 to go. And I'll tell you that the touchdown and extra points brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. So we'll take a short break. Be back with the kickoff in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back and just in time for the kickoff following the Douglas touchdown. And the return back out to about the 30-yard line. So they're getting some pretty good position after the returns. But now this one in the danger zone for GRC. And they starting to fall behind here by a substantial margin. They trail now 21-0 as we get into the late stages of the second quarter. GRC has moved it up and down the field, but haven't been able to cross the goal line. So here come the Cardinals. This is an important possession, Cisco, for GRC. They need to do something to get back in this one.
They have to. If not, it's going to keep rolling downhill on them, because the biggest thing is if they get Frederick Douglass gets a stop, they get the ball starting the third period. So we got a conversation going on about the football.
Well, let's see.
Well, basically what happened, they kept the football and they threw it on their sideline. They was getting the Frederick Douglass football back on the kickoff.
All right. That's a different kind of return there. So first down for George Rogers Clark at the 33-yard line. And the snap to Music. He quickly fires out to the right side, and plenty of coverage on that one. Fields out there. Tried to get rid of it quickly, but that time defense was right there.
Well, the one thing that we talked about, they don't really throw the ball, and when they get behind, it kind of hurts them. But with that said, is they're trying to do something a little different than they normally don't do.
So a second down play now after the incomplete pass, and now Music waits for the snap. He's got it, hands off to Striker Davidson, who gets some room up the middle and crosses the 40 to about the 41-yard line, so a good gain for Davidson. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. A 3rd and 2 play coming. They send Martin out to the right. And the snap, Nestor takes it, and he looks like he's got a first down.
And here comes the long flag, so it must be from the back judge.
Okay. See what happens here with 3:29 to go. There is a personal foul, face mask. That'll go against Douglas. So GRC will benefit.
So this is what we were talking about, keeping the drive going any means necessary.
Yeah, at the 41-yard line now in Douglas territory. So a good break for the Cardinals there, and they'll see if they can take advantage of that one. 21-0 the score. Douglas on top. First down play coming for GRC. And the snap and the give to Davidson, running hard into the middle, and it takes several players to stack him up. They still haven't brought him down yet. Now everybody goes down, and that play went all the way down close to the inside the 35.
I mean, they're still fighting. GRC's trying to get in the end zone before the half, and this looks like their first drive of them moving the football and just tossing it out to the side when they need it.
Ball at the 33, second down and 2 to go for GRC. Carter Music back in there. GRC 5-4 on the season, and Douglas now at 5-3 and perfect in district play at 2-0.
5-game winning streak.
Yeah, 5 in a row for the Broncos.
Oh, he's going to throw it.
This time he's going to throw long. Again, got a man out there. Diving attempt, but no catch, and it's an incomplete pass. That was Morris making the diving attempt. But couldn't quite get there.
Very good throw, very good route. Just didn't
just within inches of connecting and making the catch, but couldn't quite finish it off.
But I just feel like that you have to do that. You have to throw the ball a little deep. Even if you miss it, they got to back up.
And Music showed, and Morris as well, that
yes.
they can complete that play. Just didn't happen that time, but that's something they can do. So a third down play coming. Took the long shot on the 2nd and short. Give to Davidson. Davidson
runs hard.
Running hard toward the 30-yard line. He's got a first down. Striker Davidson, the ball carrier.
I tell you what, all of their backs for GRC runs hard. They get their touches and they run.
Davidson 6'1", 215, a senior, 46 carries and 446 yards, 5 touchdowns. So he's having a good season for GRC. Picked up the first down there. So now the ball sitting just inside that 30-yard line in Douglas territory, and GRC really needs a score on this drive. They give to Nestor. Nestor back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Thurman Wade among the Broncos in there.
They're not in a hurry with the clock going down here in the.
Under a minute to go now in the first half. 21-0. That's the Douglas lead that's on the board right now. Ball at the 29. This will be a second down play, 2nd and 9. Now, do we have a timeout?
Yep. They let a lot of time come off the clock.
Yeah. Timeout to GRC. That comes with 47.9 seconds to go, and they will do what they can to get on the board before halftime, and it sure would be a huge momentum lift. They're going to have some good numbers when we look at the statistics. They'll have some decent yardage gained and all of that, but you got to get across the goal line.
You got to get across the goal line, and time possession is no question about it. Like I said, this is the start of the game drive that they did, and again, they're looking to get some out of this one. The last one ended up going a little bit short for them.
Yeah, the GRC attack, we've mentioned Nestor's name several times. Of course, Carter Music is the guy who usually does the throwing when they do throw. And Striker Davidson has gotten several carries. We've seen Landon Belcher carry the ball. So they've got a number of weapons that they can use, and guys who have been good ball players. And as you say, some veteran ball players on this team,
yes,
too.
Very much so. So right now, that's where you need that senior leadership to come through.
Inside the final minute of the first half, GRC following the timeout, a 2nd down and 9 from the Douglas 29. And the snap, Music hands it off. Short game, but down to about the 26 to 25-yard line. That was Landon Belcher.
Number 6 on the carry, number 9 to Corey Fields on the tackle. That brings up.
So a third down play coming to Corey Fields, credited with the stop.
And we got another timeout, and looks like it should be GRC last.
So they take the timeout with 26.4 seconds to go before halftime. We'll keep it here. The Broncos holding on to that 21-0 lead. Landon Belcher, another ball carrier for George Rogers Clark, who has seen a lot of action this year. 36 carries and 294 yards coming into this game. Mentioned to Corey Fields on the tackle that time, and he's been a standout for Douglas on defense.
He's amazing, and I think I said last time His nickname is Missile.
Yeah.
And I actually gave that name to him because he will go sideline to sideline. He doesn't duck, go around, and he's just an outstanding person as well, young man as well.
To Corey Fields.
Got a few D1 schools looking at him, so he's going to have his choice. And
listed at 6 feet, 175 pounds, and a junior.
Yep.
And he really likes to play defense too, doesn't he?
Yes,
He's got the right attitude for a defensive player. A third down play coming for George Rogers Clark. The snap, and Music has it. Now he's going to take off with it, heads to the right side, breaks a tackle, and finds another gap, and gets down for first down yardage inside the 15-yard line.
And as they hurry up to the line, he got a first down. The clock actually stops as they spot the football. So the clock is at 20 seconds.
And they'll spike it right there.
Spike it, and it's down to, should be 19.7 seconds.
Music limping just a bit as he comes off the field, but they stop the clock there, and it'll be a second down play coming for GRC.
This is pretty big for them. Good job of fighting back.
We'll see what they come up with. The ball at the 15-yard line.
Now, we haven't said Lavelle's name in a while. The first quarter, he had a couple of plays, and so if they see, they can get the ball to him.
Now they send Morris to the left. Down near the bottom of the screen. Here is Music. Has to scramble. Trying to run and now trying to throw. And able to complete a short one there, but that play was broken up more or less, and he was able to scramble and get some yards. Looks like Rose made the catch.
Yeah, but he was out of bounds.
So an incomplete pass. And so third down now from the 15.
Defense did a very good job of shutting down the quick outs, and also they ran a post route up the middle of the field, and he was looking for his receiver and scrambled a little bit and did a very good job actually not going down.
So 12.9 is all that's left. Third down play coming for George Rogers Clark. Here's Music again, running right, and now in trouble, and now tries to throw it away as they drag him down. So now it'll be fourth down. They get it away. We do have a player shaken up on the field. We'll take a short break and be right back with 5.6 seconds to go. 21-0 Douglas here on Glycott.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
They tend to the player who was shaken up. That is Khan, I believe. Cisco's number 3, Sion Khan. And
getting helped off. I hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah.
He's had a great game.
He has, and he is a big part of the Douglas defense. So he, with some assistance, is coming to the sideline. Coming up on a fourth down play with 5.6 seconds left in this first half, and a 21-0 lead for Douglas up on the board.
The thing about Khan, he comes in with, I was looking at that, 48 tackles, 30 of them are solos.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets to the ball, gets to the player, and makes it happen.
Fourth down.
So fourth down play for GRC. Here is Music. Rolling to his left now. Still looking out there, wants to get rid of the ball, and finally does, but it's broken up, and that will end that series and in the first half as well, as Douglas will go in with a 21-0 lead. It's Frederick Douglass 21 and GRC nothing. And we will begin our halftime programming in just a moment here on Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Back at halftime, it's homecoming night here at Frederick Douglass High School, so a lot of halftime activities going on as this crowd and the Frederick Douglass students enjoy the halftime events. They're enjoying this football game too because their team is leading 21-0 over GRC here at halftime, and though the score indicates a dominance and maybe some of the play indicates a dominance, but GRC has been doing some good things on the field, everything except getting points, and that's what you got to have.
Well, as a reference towards the University of Kentucky winning their basketball game today, is sort of like doing a crossover and not finishing. And basically that's what's taking place right now. And I've said this a couple games you and I have done, that their defense does a very good job. And Coach Pover, I give him his credit again. He makes adjustments when they get into outside the red zone and keeps people out of the end zone. So GRC 2 opportunities to get in the end zone to change the game around, especially here down in the late of the second quarter.
Well, the numbers give us some indication of what we were just talking about there, as Braylon Nestor of George Rogers Clark, 10 carries for a net gain of 36 yards. And Stryker Davidson, 37 yards or 35 yards on 7 carries, so 5 yards a carry. Carter Music, he's, of course, mostly been throwing when he's in there, but he also has a couple of carries for a gain of 13 yards and a long of 11. So those are what's happening for George Rogers Clark, but no crossing of the goal line in that first half for the George Rogers Clark Cardinals, and so they'll see if they can close things out in the second half and get back in this ball game. They had a nice drive toward the end of the first half, but again came up empty at the end of the first half and trail by the 21-0 score. And looking at the Frederick Douglass side, Dakari Talbert, 8 carries for a net gain of 52 yards and had 1 touchdown, his long of 19 yards. And Dakari Talbert came into the game with 901 yards rushing on the season and 1,964 yards in his career rushing. So he is now past the 2,000 mark in his career with the 52 yards gained in the first half, and he will no doubt be headed for a 1,000-yard season, as the Broncos would have 1 regular season game left in this season. They are 2-0 in district play and leading here tonight by a score of 21-0. So if you're Coach Chirico of George Rogers Clark, there are some things that your team has done well, but obviously you've got to get them to close out. What do you tell them at halftime?
Well, like you just said, it's very hard what you're going to actually say to them, because they're actually doing things right.
Yeah.
And now you're saying finish. So right now it becomes more of the will to finish. And you got to do a little bit extra, because Frederick Douglass defense is doing a little extra keeping you out of the end zone. So as a coach, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to find a little bit more. Great job, guys. Fantastic job. We're moving the football. We're throwing it way more than they normally throw. So they feel like they can do that. They actually threw the ball deep a couple times. So with that said, incomplete. But he had his receiver open a couple times. So, it's basically 90% positive. Just finish.
Yeah, they've thrown it 13 times in this first half, just completed 3. There have been a couple of others that they were very close to connections on, but the passing has been more a part of their attack than it usually is for GRC. Music 3 of 13 in the first half, and for 31 yards. And, of course, playing a team like Douglass, you can get a drive going up and down the field, and there are so many athletes on the Douglass side of the field, and you're going well, and all of a sudden a guy like Fields makes a big play defensively, or somebody else comes in, and Brown has had a good first half too. So guys like that can stall a drive almost by themselves, can't they?
Yeah.
You got to be ready every time.
Well, this team is very balanced, and in the beginning when they went 0-3, I think a lot of it, they had a chance to win 2 DuPont, and they had a chance to beat Highlands, and with that said, is they figured out what they needed to do and how they need to do it offensively and defensively.
Some of these other numbers, anything in these team numbers that really jumps out at you, Cisco, at this point?
Nothing really. It's just, again, George Rogers Clark is in the game. It's only 21-0. It's not baseball. It's not basketball. It's you score, you get 6 points, and kick a field goal, you get 7. Now you're into it, momentum. We saw this a few weeks ago when an interception happened, and then the next thing you know, they're back into the game, and Frederick Douglass came back. So right now, Frederick needs to stay with the metal to the pedal and go from there.
So Douglass leads at 21-0 at halftime. We're having homecoming activities going on here at Frederick Douglass High School tonight as they celebrate that occasion, and the football team cooperating with a 21-0 lead at halftime over GRC as Douglass goes for what would be its 6th win in a row, its 6th win of the season, trying to move to 6-3 on the year. GRC came in at 5-4. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back with more halftime activities in just a moment here on Black Hot.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School with the home team leading here over GRC. Frederick Douglass 21, GRC nothing at halftime. I'm Keith Elkins. Cisco Bryant is here, the former Wildcat and longtime coach, and providing his analysis tonight. Jackson Miller is our producer, and John Strange is our camera operator. We have the wrap up of part of the homecoming activities here at Frederick Douglass tonight. And let's continue now with the halftime activities, and we'll see the Frederick Douglass band on the field for a few minutes here as we celebrate homecoming at Frederick Douglass on what has been a cool night, but clear, and still some pretty good football weather. Cisco, we're not quite ready to move indoors yet.
Right. That was my saying when people say that. But I know one of the things is, as a coach, is I'm sitting there going, okay, players, because they had like 5 players that got nominated for homecoming team.
Yeah.
You'd be like, get in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the coaches are glad this moment's over and get them in the locker room.
Yeah.
But right now it's wide open to get a continual clock running, or George Rogers Clark can get back into it. So it's still up for grabs.
Really could go either way at this point. A 21-point lead for Douglass on the board right now. We saw one touchdown on a blocked field goal that was returned, and that came at the end of what had been a very nice drive for GRC to start this ball game. And this game could so easily have taken a different path with GRC scoring on that opening drive. But as it was a blocked field goal and the return, and Douglass moved out in front, and they are still out in front. 21-0 is the score. And Cisco, we took a look at the district standings before we started the ball game tonight, and of course Douglass 2-0 in district play, 5-3 on the season. They had a good win in their district play over Madison Central, a tough game, a 21-15 win, and then 27-10 over Bryan Station, and that was a game in which they pulled away late and won that game. And so 2-0 is the Douglas record. Madison Central and Bryan Station each 1-1 in district play. GRC looking for their first district win. They are 0-2 on the season, but are on the season for district play, but 5-4 overall. And they are still in this one tonight, but they're just kind of hanging on right now. So they've got to have some good results early here in the second half, or this one could very well get away from them, and they would see then a winless district record. And of course, that means you're facing some road trips when you get into the playoffs.
Very much so, and playing on the road, it's not that bad unless you're driving a pretty good distance on that bus. So right now, Frederick Douglass got to come back out. We saw Carter Ross. Nice to see him in the game early. He's got 2 touches for 18 yards, and he was running hard. We haven't seen Turner yet this game, right. and haven't heard if he was injured or what. But he had a great game the last game, and I'm pretty sure that I'll find out what's going on with him.
Yeah, Jeremiah Turner, 5'8", 185-pound junior, is pretty prominent in that Douglas backfield after Talbert. And Turner came into the ball game with 56 carries, 255 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. In fact, carried 14 times for 96 yards in their win over Bryan Station just last week. Jaden Guzman, the freshman quarterback, and we've talked about his development from week to week. Just 2 for 4 tonight for 8 yards, but he does what they need him to do, and tonight they've needed him to get the ball in the hands of Talbert and the others. Right,
and he's actually did a very good job of program, but he hasn't had the opportunity very often because, George Rogers Clark has really controlled the clock throughout this game. But he is an orchestrator. He does a very good job of putting the guys where they're supposed to be, and if he needs to throw it, he throws it.
And I think, of course, a quarterback is always to some extent an orchestrator, but you would look for him over the next 3 years to really take a prominent role in Douglas's offense, won't you?
Well, there's no question about it because his confidence each week has gotten stronger and stronger. His ability to see the field has gotten wider, which people got to understand that comes with playing time and it comes with seniority.
And we've mentioned Corey Fields' name several times tonight, the outstanding defender for Frederick Douglass. He has 4.5, given 4.5 credit for 4.5 tackles in this first half and 1.5 tackles for loss. So he has been all over the field tonight. And Sion Khan, who we hope has recovered from that injury. We saw him helped off the field. He was able to walk, but with some assistance. And we hope he'll be back in the second half, also credited with 4.5 tackles for Frederick Douglass in that first half. And another player who's a very prominent part of that Douglas defense. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Let's take another break here, and we'll come back and have our scoring summary from the first half as we continue with the 21-0 lead for Frederick Douglass on the board over GRC. And you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, part of our Central Kentucky High School football coverage on Glycod as Frederick Douglass takes on George Rogers Clark tonight, and the Broncos hold the 21-0 lead here at halftime. Here's a look at the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. The Broncos, after a nice long George Rogers Clark drive, they came up short and had to go for a field goal on 4th down, and it was blocked, and then Keenan Banther took it 88 yards for a touchdown, and that put Douglas on top by a score of 7-0 following the Clayton Wallace kick. That was with 4:47 to go in the first quarter, and then with 1:18 to go in the first, Terry Kaysen, a really nice catch on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Guzman. The kick attempt by Wallace was blocked this time, leaving the score at 13-0 Frederick Douglass. Then with 4:32 in the second quarter, it was Dakari Talbert on a powerful 7-yard run getting into the end zone. And this time they gave it to Keenan Banther to carry it in on the 2-point attempt. It was successful. A 10-play, 66-yard drive covering 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and that put the Broncos up 21-0. And Cisco, we saw the big play with the field goal block, and Banther coming around the left side and getting down that sideline, taking it all the way in, and that put the Broncos on top. And so they got a big play to stop that opening GRC drive, and that was one of the ones where he was just ready to make a big play and saw the opportunity and took off with it.
Right, and they got the momentum got into it, because there's no question about it. If GRC would have scored, you're looking at a different type of game.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, not just the blocking the field goal, but also making the stop after GRC took it all the way down the field on them. And Frederick Douglass hasn't came out of the locker room yet. They gave one of those speeches like they're losing 21-0.
Yeah, they had to regroup. Of course, they had a couple of guys on the field during the homecoming ceremonies too, which adds up to a little bit of a distraction for the coach. But on the other hand, you want the kids to enjoy all the experiences of high school, because it's over in a short period of time, as those of us who looking way back to high school can tell you.
Way back.
Here come the Broncos now under Coach Nathan McPeek, and
he's done an excellent job here. He took over. He was the offensive coordinator for 3 seasons, and then also he's been the head coach for the other ones. So right now it's up in the air. This is the second game we've done, and it's up in the air. And Frederick Douglass usually responds very, very quickly to take no doubt.
Yeah, Nathan McPeek, assistant at Boyd County back in 2005 to 2007, then coached with Tucker in the Atlanta area.
Yep.
And then an assistant at Bryan Station. And Douglas, and now in his 6th season here with the Broncos, and a record of 57-17, which is an excellent record. Both he and Coach Chikuro of GRC are former Marshall Thundering Herd members, so they have a Marshall background. And you throw in Chad Pennington, the former Marshall quarterback, who's over at Sayre, and there's quite a representation of the Thundering Herd.
Well, I'm going to throw in, which we haven't mentioned yet, but last week, that's when Coach McPeek got his 100th win as a head coach. And you and I both know, and we've been around this game a long time, that's hard to get to. So congratulations, Coach, for getting that 100th win.
Well, the Douglas program is one that everybody's looking up at right now in this area, and he has had great success here and taken the Broncos to a state championship. It was in 2022. They defeated, sorry to say, Bowling Green, Cisco, your old Bowling Green Purples.
But that's the only time I was not a purple.
That's right, yeah, you were on the other side that time. Blood is thicker than water, and alumni ties to your high school. If your son's playing for Douglas, you're rooting for Douglas.
You're rooting for Douglas. So.
And Ty and his teammates went on to victory against Bowling Green in the 2022 state championship, and you talk about one that will stay with you when those guys get together decades from now. They can talk about a state championship, and what a great feeling it must be.
Well, I know that Ty talks to a lot of them, and quite a bit of them. We got one at Purdue. We got 3 at Purdue, actually. And then the next thing you know, we got at Northwestern and Western and EKU, and so it's a pretty good feeling when they all get together and they conversate about the past. And right now, that's what Frederick Douglass is trying to do this year. They're trying to bounce back from starting 0-3 to winning their 6th straight. George Rogers Clark, who's 5-4, will have a bye next week to get them ready for the playoffs, and that's pretty good scheduling. Give you a chance to regroup, if positive or negative. So, but Frederick Douglass would actually receive the football in the 3rd period.
And we mentioned the Marshall football program a couple of times. Dakari Talbert has an offer from Marshall, so he'll have a lot of others to consider as well, but he does have one from Marshall.
Very, very good school, very good school. Marshall was, and if I can throw a personal note in there, Marshall was the first one that offered Ty Bryant when he was here at Frederick Douglass.
Did Hurd get some pretty serious consideration? Were you thinking about that, especially since the first offer?
Well, I was too busy jumping up and down, and when he first told me, he told me.
Parents are happy to see scholarship offers.
Very much so.
Regardless of source, and of course that would be a good program, and we're all glad to see him as a Wildcat, but that's a good football program as well.
Very good.
You can make a mark and do a lot at a program like Marshall.
So I look for a little offside kick, a little squib, trying to get the ball back. I don't really see them kicking the ball deep. Doesn't mean they won't.
So GRC to kick it off to get us started in the second half.
And he does it.
It is a short one. That's going to be covered by Douglas, and they will have possession here as they attempted.
Actually, that was actually a very good kick, but on the 3rd bounce, it popped straight up, which is unusual. Normally pops up early, but on the 3rd it popped up. So very good field position for Frederick Douglass.
So Douglas will get it started at the 41-yard line. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Guzman takes it and hands it off. Here comes Ross. Headed for the right side, dodges a man and gets up close to midfield.
So Ross gets the first carry in the second half.
Carter Ross, 2 carries, 18 yards in the first half. A long gain of 12. A 2nd down play coming. 2nd down and 3 for Frederick Douglass on the 48 in their own territory. There's the handoff. Talbert brought down by striker Davidson on a nice play.
Davidson came from the outside and got him before he got started, because if he gets started, something can happen. Very good tackle by Davis.
Striker Davidson.
Davidson,
for that tackle, one of the leaders on the GRC defense. 67 tackles on the year, 34 of them solo coming into this game. So a 3rd down play now for the Broncos.
3rd down, and GRC jumped off sides. That's actually the 2nd time that it's been inches.
So that will be first down yardage on the penalty. Go to the 46-yard line now in GRC territory. Douglas trying to push that lead out. It's at 21 points right now. Snap to Guzman. He's going to throw. Gets it to Kaysen on the right side. Dodges one man. Then Belcher from behind with some help from a couple of teammates. They bring him down at about the 40-yard line.
That's a safe play. You just throw it out there and get in front of the chains. It makes it 2nd and 5, and now that's just like a run play.
2nd down 5 for Frederick Douglass. Send Caden John out to the left along with DeAndre Clay. Now Talbert in motion, and they're going to throw to him over on the left side and get him some space to run, they hope, and he gets across the 40. Davidson helps drag him down, crossing the 40 to about the 39.
That's good range by Davidson, and very good play in the backfield a few plays earlier, and then making that play because just a little miss and he's gone.
9.5 to go, third quarter. Douglas with a 3rd down play, 3rd and 2 coming up from the 38-yard line. Guzman takes it, hands off. There's Turner. And he hits into the line, trying for that 1st down yardage, and the extra push got it. A 1st down for Douglas.
This is what we were talking about at halftime, that George Rogers Clark need to stop coming out of the locker room.
Turner in action here in this second half and got the 1st down yardage. The snap and the long throw down the sideline it goes, and broken up down near the 6-yard line. Clay was the intended receiver.
Talbot is back in.
So 2nd down and about 10. Not about 10, it is 10. This time John goes left and Kaysen comes to the right toward the bottom of your screen along with Clay.
Guzman showed his arm on that one, and he's going to do it again.
Set to throw, fires out to the right, got his man at the 25, 20, and Clay is knocked out of bounds inside or near the 20-yard line.
Nice little pitch and catch, nice move, moves the chains. That gives other schools that Frederick Douglass is looking to play we're going to throw the football and we're going to spread you out. He's not throwing the ball vertical. He's just throwing it to the side, and the next thing you know, receivers are making miss.
Yeah, you can send a message with a play like that once in a while.
And it's a safe throw, especially when they backed out playing zone.
1st down. Talbert takes it. Not much there for him this time. Has met some resistance. Striker Davidson in on the stop. Second down play, they say no gain. Actually, it looks like it lost just a little bit.
So they have Talbert and Turner in the backfield on this play here. Personnel's moving in and out. George Rogers Clark looking for a stop.
Ball at the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 10 plus, nearly 11. Snap, Talbert takes it, hits for the left side, lowers his shoulder and gets to about the 20-yard line.
Well, he's earned every yard because they've done a very good job. They bent a little bit, but they've done a very good job of sealing him off so he doesn't break that long one.
Now a third down play coming for the Broncos. 3rd and 10. The ball spotted at about between the 20 and the 21. Guzman, the freshman quarterback, waits for the snap. He's got it. Wants to throw. Fires quickly, and that one
was knocked down.
Is knocked down and incomplete. Bounces there in the center of the field where Belcher picked it up. That will stop the clock at 6:52 to go in the 3rd. And a 4th down play coming for Frederick Douglass. So the drive has stalled a bit here. Let's see what they do on 4th down.
It was Mitchell who actually got his hand on it.
So on 4th down, the snap and the long throw toward the end zone. That one well covered.
So that's the stop that GRC was looking for right there. It looked like, and we just got a flag, a late flag. And he's pointing on, if that's on GRC, that hurts.
T.J. Stewart, the intended receiver, down in the corner of the end zone.
So it wasn't a pass interference. The play was over. They was running off the field. It looked like an unsportsmanlike conduct. So it still may be GRC's ball. Okay, yes it is. So it's a dead ball. So it's probably something they said.
We talked about how they've had some good field position. This will not be good field position.
No.
All right, folks, get your tickets out.
There's certain words you just don't say.
So to the 10-yard line it goes. 6:47 left in the 3rd. Give to Davidson. Breaking through. Getting up close to the 25-yard line.
And the thing about that is, if they didn't get that unsportsmanlike conduct, they would have been at the 35 to 40-yard line. So, again, keep your composure, GRC.
So, a 1st down. 1st down brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. The snap and the handoff. And several Broncos in on that stop after a short game. Banther giving credit for the stop. Ball at the 31 now. 2nd down, along 2 for GRC. Trailing 21-0. Rose shifts, as does Trip Cecil.
Looks like they're changing the play. And
the whistle blows. They get a timeout?
Yeah, they got it before the delay.
GRC got the timeout just in time, and that comes with 5:28 to go in the 3rd. And we will take a short break and be right back to Frederick Douglass High School on Glycott.
Partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
5:28 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-0. Frederick Douglass on top. GRC looking to get something going in this 3rd quarter. They can still get back in this thing, but Time is slipping away with that 21-0 margin up on the board.
Right, because right now Frederick Douglass is playing the clock.
Snap the give to Davidson. Again, hitting into the right side, and again, not much there for him before he is surrounded by Douglas defenders.
Well, Davidson has caught my attention on both sides of the ball. He runs the ball with an attitude, and he tackles with an attitude. So this is a big down, 3rd and 1, less than 1 it looks like.
Yeah. 3rd down and 1 with 5:09 to go in the 3rd.
I think they're going to back them up, and they're going to bring the chains out in 2025. That's pretty good.
How about that? Yeah.
I like that.
So we'll see the result of the measurement.
And he's a couple inches.
3rd and very short.
See, the Whitehead had it right the first time. You should just trust his eyes.
That's right. Well, now we all know he had it right. You got to bring out the proof.
Yeah, Steve Pittman had it right.
Yeah, our crew again tonight, referee Steve Pittman, umpire Jordan Blair, head linesman Jeff Clark, line judge Kenny Gay, and back judge Shane Norris, our officiating crew tonight here at Frederick Douglass. So now it'll be a 3rd down play, 3rd and significantly less than a yard for the Cardinals. And on 3rd and short, now the whistle blows and a flag flies.
Well, they used the recipe against them. Went on 2, a hard count. Frederick Douglass jumped off sides, 1st down.
So they get the 1st down via penalty. But that's as valid as any other way to get
any other way. Just
it still says
right?
1st and 10. The snap. And Nestor takes it.
Nice open field tackle there.
Got into the middle of the line, and it looks like Wade getting up from the bottom of the pile.
Looks like a George Rogers Clark young man's down. Can't see his number yet.
Yeah, looks like one of the linemen there, and they'll tend to him. So we'll take a short break as well and rejoin you in just a moment from Frederick Douglass. 21-0 Broncos lead on Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass, they continue to tend to the George Rogers Clark player who was shaken up on that last play. And that is 74. Cody Gibson, a lineman, 6'2", 235, and a senior. And he is getting some assistance to the sideline there.
He's trying to put some weight on it, but well, one of the things that haven't happened tonight, and that is the wide receiver number 2, Cecil. He has not caught a pass. He's their leading receiver.
Yeah, this time they sent Morris to the left. And this is Davidson. Davidson up to the 45-yard line before he's met hard. And that was, it's like Thurman Wade again in on the stop. Now a 3rd down play coming up for GRC. Third down to about 6 for the Cardinals.
He looks like he slipped.
Yeah, Davidson started to cut left a little bit, it looked like, and just lost his footing.
Well, he saw the opening left. He just didn't stay up, but he had a nice. He would have picked up quite a bit of yardage. So fourth down.
Fourth down play for GRC, and clock ticking with 3:38 to go in the third.
I'm looking for Khan on the sideline.
Here's the snap and the give to Davidson, but he's going to be stopped short. They tried it with striker Davidson running hard in there, but met by that Douglas line. And see Jackson getting up there, and there's DeMont Green.
And Fields in part of it, Brown's part of it. It was a host.
Team effort for the Broncos on that stop, and it comes with 3:19 to go in the third, and now they've got the ball. First down at the GRC 46-yard line. So a big play that time by the Douglas defense.
Well, they'll see if they go back to the run game, because they actually threw the ball 3 times and actually threw it deep a couple of times on the last series.
Douglas back on the attack. And they give to, they came right to the right side this time. And that is Ross, Jackson Ross with the carry. And all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Well, it was a good little play action. They was bringing the blitz up the middle and froze them. And a good little play call by the offensive coordinator.
So Ross with a catch and the carry, and that puts the ball at the 23. Now Douglas threatening again.
Turner's in the backfield.
And Jeremiah Turner, we've seen him in this second half. And now Guzman again fires to the left and gets Kaysen for the catch. That's down to about the 17-yard line.
They're just letting people know they're not one-dimensional.
7 yards, second and 3.
Going to both sides and going to different receivers.
Yeah, different backs, and now the brother is in, Ross, number 22.
Carter Ross back in for Frederick Douglass.
Gave his brother a little high five. Nice little catch in the flats a few plays ago.
Carter Ross on the move, but Turner gets the carry and bounces off a tackler and then gets inside the 15 to about the 13.
Right now they got them on their heels based on the plays that's been called.
So we see Jackson Ross back in the ball game for Frederick Douglass. Third down play coming, third and short. Ball at about the 13-yard line. And the handoff goes to Turner, and he will score. Straight up the middle, and Jeremiah Turner takes it in for the touchdown from 13 yards out with 1:40 to go in the third quarter, and it's a 27-0 Frederick Douglass lead, and Turner was running well on that one.
He ran very hard as his third touchdown of the season, and he was determined to get in. Again, great blocking by the offensive line for them. That's Wallace, Gillespie, Fields.
They open it up for Turner, and he took it the rest of the way, and now the Broncos can extend the lead with the extra point here as they line it up. And the kick is on its way, and the kick is good, and that'll make it 28-0 with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. So we'll tell you that that touchdown was Brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. And we'll take a break and be right back on Glycon.
Partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
1:40 to go, third quarter. Keith Elkins along with Cisco Bryant from Frederick Douglass High School. The Broncos lead the visiting GRC Cardinals 28-0 as Douglass prepares to kick off. And the Broncos have stretched that lead out now. Kick goes over to the far side. And it'll be up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, very good drive by Frederick Douglass, actually getting the stops. And so I got to finish this. Gillespie, Fields, Hutchinson, Rogers, Carter, and Hutchinson. And they do a very good job of creasing on the offensive line and giving all three of the running backs a chance to get some yardage.
Absolutely. Chad Deere on the return for GRC. And now it's first down for GRC at about the 33-yard line. And the snap straight back. And the short run there for the ball carrier Davidson.
So right now he's just looking to try to get a little momentum before this game ends. It's 28-0 in the third period, counting down. So
now Douglas has taken command now with that touchdown. It was one that could go either way as far as this third quarter was concerned. And Douglas got that score and now commanding 28-0 lead here in the late stages of the third quarter.
And they got the stop they needed to get on defense coming out of the locker room. They just needed to put something together on offense.
Another short gain. And that was Nestor that time. Brown again with the stop. We mentioned his name a lot tonight. He's had a good game on defense for Frederick Douglass. Final half minute of the third quarter will be a third down play coming up for GRC from the 38-yard line. And looks like that'll be the last play. We just saw the last play of the third quarter. Under 10 seconds now. And the team's coming to the sideline as the final seconds tick off in the third quarter. And at the end of 3 quarters of play here at Frederick Douglass, it is Frederick Douglass 28 and GRC nothing. Back for the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
28-0 the score. Cisco, a commanding lead now for Douglas. You would think the game would be out of reach or at this point, but you keep playing hard and trying to learn things and do what you can do if you're GRC. And not that you're throwing in the towel just yet, but it is a pretty much of a long shot for them now.
It's very much so. It's a long shot based on their offense. If they were the throwing team, that's a little different, but they actually, the run sets up their throw. So right now is about them holding their composure and trying to get in the end zone for the first time tonight.
3rd and 5 play for GRC. And again, more movement. GRC charged with the false start this time, so they'll step that off, and that changes the situation on this third down play. So now about 3rd and 10. Jaden Guzman, the Douglas quarterback, now 7 of 12 in the ball game after 3 quarters of play. Put it up a little bit more in that third quarter.
And he has a couple incompletes, and they were trying to go deep on him. So Davison with 14 and 66 yards. So he carried the ball a lot more in the third period than he did in the first 2.
Ready to go now on 3rd and 10. And Music has it, and he's going to fire out to the left, and it's picked off down the sideline, and that's going to be a Douglas touchdown.
Stepped in front of it.
An interception return for a touchdown, and Douglas has extended the lead. Phil Higgins with the interception.
We got a flag down, but again, that's one of those probably after the touchdown.
Higgins came into the game, 7 tackles, 3 solo. He's 5'11", 179-pound sophomore, and he anticipated that play and just took off with it. 34-0 following the interception return by Higgins.
So what we got is a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against George Rogers Clark. So it'll probably be assessed on the kickoff.
The opening moments of the fourth quarter. And the kick by Wallace is no good. No good. And the score holds at 34-0. 11:51. We'll take a break and be right back with the kickoff on Glycon.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
11:51 left in our ball game. 34-0 is the score. Frederick Douglass now very much in charge of this one as we get ready for the kickoff, and the penalty being assessed before the Broncos kick it off. So it's a touchdown on a return of a blocked field goal tonight, a touchdown on an interception return tonight. So defense is going to have a lot to celebrate.
A lot of celebration. And they've done a very good job of containing the running backs that George Rogers Clark has, because they've got quite a bit.
So the kick, low kick, and right there in front, and that ball is live. A penalty flag comes in, but that ball had been touched, and then a lot of contact right there.
Well,
so,
I don't know.
Looked like just a live ball, right?
Yeah, it did. And he actually hit him with his shoulder pad. Mm-hmm. He didn't lead with his helmet.
And that's when the penalty flag flew in. I'm assuming the penalty is related to that hit.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they announce here, or what they signal. A personal foul?
No, he called. Let's see. He called it on the hit.
Yeah. Now the official standing holding the ball at the 40-yard line. We're going to do the whole kickover, I guess.
Now they'll take the penalty and put it back where it was before they got their personal foul, meaning George Rogers Clark.
Right. So the penalty is against Douglas, and now we'll see a kickoff from the 40-yard line.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he called on that one because it looks like all he did was really just push him because he actually hit they kicked the ball. He had the ball in his hand, and he just went and hit the guy with the ball in his hand. He just dropped the ball. Right. So I don't know.
So Douglas assessed the penalty. Now they'll have to kick off from the 40-yard line. And this time a more conventional kick and taken at the 10-yard line. And the tackle made at about the 22-yard line, and that's where George Rogers Clark will start. It was Morris on the kickoff return, Atheus Morris.
Well, you're very fortunate when you got your kickoff team and none of your starting defensive guys are on your kickoff team. And I've noticed that. And they cover very well and will hit. So that just means the young guys, the future is bright there as well on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, this is their chance to make their mark and doing it on the special teams, kickoff team.
Looks like we got a few substitution on defense.
GRC on the offense, and the handoff and hits into the left side. That is Landon Belcher. Higgins, who made the interception return for the touchdown a few moments ago, had in on the stop on that one.
So back-to-back big play by Higgins.
So we are seeing quite a few different players, different personnel out there for Frederick Douglass as we finish this one up tonight.
So Frederick Douglass plays Boyle County next week to get ready for the playoffs. That's an interesting last game of the season. Get ready for the playoffs.
Nice snap, but gathered up and handoff then. This time Douglas there for the stop.
And then George Rogers Clark will have a bye next week, and they'll get ready for the playoffs.
There's Jeremiah Brown credited with the stop for Frederick Douglass. Lawrence Relford in there for the Broncos. We'll call as many of these names as we can get to as these guys are getting some playing time tonight. The snap, and Nestor takes it. Hands off behind him to Belcher. I believe he's got the first down. Or is
the sign is saying fourth down. He might have to bring it out again. And he is.
So the officials stop the action with 9:55 to go in the ball game. It's a 34-0 Frederick Douglass lead. And we will have another measurement. 2 in 1 game.
Yeah. Frederick Douglass has done a very good job offensively and defensively this game of really controlling the game and not really giving George Rogers Clark an opportunity to get the momentum back on their side with a 34-0 lead right now. And now you're going to sub in some few guys that's going to get what they need to, and they'll go from there.
And he is short of the first down.
Ball is short of the line of the game. That brings up fourth down.
The fourth down play coming for GRC. And I think we're ready for some action. Nope. Spoke too soon. Whistle.
Timeout.
And we get a timeout. So we'll take a short timeout as well and be right back. 9:52 to go in the game. 34-0 Frederick Douglass on Glycod.
Partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back for the fourth down play, fourth and just a foot or so for GRC. All resting at the 32-yard line. And now I think we're ready to go.
Looks like we've got movement at the top.
We're seeing some new players in the game. I don't know how many for GRC, but we had the false start on the fourth down play. So we will do another fourth down play. And the football now at the 26-yard line. GRC in its own territory. And Nestor with the run, and he is going to get there for the first down. So first down yardage on the run by Nestor. And this first down is brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights.
Lester, he has not stopped working hard. He's still trying to grind and do what he needs to do. Right now, for them, is just to come out here saying that we're still fighting to the end.
See O.J. Harris, a sophomore defensive back in the ball game for Frederick Douglass, as Coach McPeek is working a lot of his players into this game and this opportunity with the 34-0 lead. First down at the 36. There's striker Davidson heading for the left sideline. He's up close to the 45, pretty close to first down yardage.
Looks like it's a little short.
Yeah, went out a little sooner than I first thought.
I thought so too.
Yeah, he's left about 3 yards short there, 2nd and 3, but a good first down gain for Davidson, who's having a good game tonight.
Yep. Going in this period, he had 66 yards rushing. Him and Lester, they both run hard.
So second down play. And here is Davidson again. Up the middle he goes, gets to midfield before being brought down there. Ibrahim Najee. First down for GRC. They've crossed over into Douglas territory at the 49. Still trying to get on the scoreboard tonight as they have 8.5 minutes to go. This time Nestor comes wide to the right. Now the run to the left side. There goes Davidson again, and he's down to inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line.
It's a straight snap to the quarterback, and he just takes off and reads his blocks. And like I said, he's running hard. So the young guys need to stop him from running downhill because he's going to make you tackle him.
That'll set the ball at the 27-yard line in Douglas territory as now GRC has the drive going. Many of their regulars still in there as they try to get on the board in this one.
Yep. 3 straight
Nice
plays.
snap to Nestor. He is surrounded as he tries to go up the middle. Stop short of the 25, it appeared.
Michael Walker on the stop. Brings up 2nd down.
Chenault in there among the Broncos on that defensive play. Michael Walker is in there. Now on 2nd down. Nestor, high snap, wobbles it, and now has to take it himself, and that play broke up the rhythm of the play, and Douglas able to stop it. Higgins in there to make the stop.
Higgins, very good job. Back-to-back high snaps, and that slows your momentum down because you got to wait and bring it back down. So it's 3rd down and about 9.
Nestor back there to take the snap. He's got it. He hands off to Belcher to his left, and he's carrying a bunch of players inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. That should be good. Is that
4th down?
1st down, 4th down. 4th down and very short yardage for the first. But they are facing a 4th down situation.
Last 4th down, they end up jumping off sides and backing them up. So there'll be a little bit more discipline on this one.
Again, it's Nestor back there to take the snap.
Direct snap. Nope, gives
He's
it off.
Got it. Yeah, gave it off to Belcher, and Belcher through the middle of the line for a 1st down. And that 1st down brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights.
1st and 10.
1st down at the 11. Fighting down toward the 5. Chenault with the stop on that one.
Right now, I'm just grinding football and just trying to get a little positive note for George.
Yeah, that spot at the 9. I said, thought it was a little further than that, but there it is at the 9. Now they give to Belcher. He's fighting his way toward the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. So GRC is on the board with 4:48 to go in the game with the score 34-6 now. Frederick Douglass on top, and the touchdown brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights, and a highlight now for GRC as they do get on the board here in the final quarter. Belcher with the carry and carried a couple of defenders in there with him. So now they'll line up for the extra point. Levi Ross to do the kicking. Martin with the hold, and the kick is on its way, and it is good. And that makes it 34-7 with 4:48 to go in the ball game. We'll take a short break, come back with the kickoff. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon.
34-7 the score. It is Frederick Douglass in charge tonight over GRC. 4:48 to go in the final quarter. A lot of the Douglas reserves getting some playing time, and these are guys, as you said, Cisco, these are guys that are going to have prominent roles as they move further into their high school careers, but they're getting a chance tonight, too, to get some regular game action.
Yeah, their effort was there, but you could just tell that men among boys.
GRC was able to overpower them as they moved down the field, and Belcher with the finishing touch there on the drive, and Cardinals are on the board. Now they'll kick it off, and kicking it short, a scramble for it, and Douglas is going to have it.
Well, a lot of George Roger Clark guys actually slowed down because somebody blew a whistle.
I heard a whistle as he was kicking that ball. It's DeAndre Clay that came up with it, and he's limping just a bit as he comes off the field, but it'll be Douglas's ball. First down, Douglas at the 45. Now, again, a whistle interrupts play.
Now we know it was a whistle on this one.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Got a timeout for GRC. That comes with 4:45 to go. We'll keep it right here, and now you're just trying to get through the ball game and not have anybody get hurt and be ready to go in Douglas's case next week and in GRC's case in 2 weeks, because, as you mentioned, they've got the situation where their bye week is the end of the regular season. So they're not playing next week.
Well, I tell you what, that's not bad scheduling, and especially if you're going to be a number 2 or 3 seed, so it gives you another time to watch more film and to get ready for that. And I mean, GRC's got a very, very good team. They got a very good team.
Douglas with Boyle County looming next week for them. That's Ross, the quarterback, throwing out to the right, incomplete. And that is Brady Ross, 5'10", 175-pound junior.
Brady Ross pass intended for number 89, Trenton taken, incomplete, brings up second down.
Now Brady, he was actually the starter coming into the season, ended up getting hurt in the second game of the season, and he got healthy probably about a couple weeks ago. So it's nice to see him back on the field.
Yeah, he's back in there now and getting some action tonight in this game. He turns, hands it off. And a very short gain that time.
Is that Mr. Turner?
Well, I'm showing 42, and I don't have a 42. So we're having the reserves play out the string tonight. And once in a while that'll happen on a roster. Ross throws, got his man complete out to the left side and across midfield and down into the GRC territory. Caleb Gentry with the catch. First down, Douglas. First down, Douglas. First down brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights. Now the handoff. Straight ahead it goes, and that is down to about the 33.
Number 48, Jeremiah Brown on the carry.
Credit Jeremiah Brown with the carry and the yardage there. Second down and short. Ross again hands off. And
well, I guess they
a lot of contact, but not didn't bring him down.
That's what I'm laughing about. Yeah. Is there was a D lineman that was on the field, and he just ran off right in front of the official. And they decided to let it go.
Yeah, and Sheldon Wright is the player wearing number 42. Now toss out to the right. And a nice gain down to about the 15-yard line. The catch made by Carlin Morton.
And it's nice to see the young guys of Frederick Douglass running the offense, because they're running the same offense that everybody else did in the first 3 quarters. So that means you're paying attention in practice.
Douglass with a second down play coming. And a nice gain down across the 10-yard line to about the 5, close to the 5.
And George Rogers Clark, it's got a lot of their reserves in right now as well.
And Jeremiah Brown with the carry. Nice hop and goes into the end zone. And that's going to be a Douglass touchdown. Jeremiah Brown got the carry on that one as well, and now he's got a highlight tonight.
Yeah.
And the touchdown, making it 40-7, and the touchdown brought to you by Martin Media, the leader in sports highlights, and in several of them tonight. Makes it 40-7. The touchdown capped off by the leap over the defender. Jeremiah Brown has a touchdown to celebrate. And the kick for the extra point is good. And that'll make it 41-7. Just a minute 54 left in this one. 41-7. Douglass on its way to a big win tonight over GRC. We'll take a break and be right back with more in just a moment on Glycod.
Partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
154 is all that's left in this one. 41-7. Frederick Douglass over GRC tonight. Douglass benefited from a couple of touchdowns on defensive plays and have really taken charge here in the second half. And Douglass reserves have been able to get in a lot of good minutes tonight. There's the kickoff. Going to be taken at about the 20 and tried to circle back to the 15 and brought down there.
I tell you what, look at that energy by the young guys. They probably get into a varsity game and they're showcasing what they can do.
And credit Bell Pointer with the tackle.
Ball is going to be placed at the 17-yard line.
So they'll spot it at the 17 now. And GRC will come out here and see what they can get done on offense in the very short time remaining in this game. So got Nestor in there to take the snap. He's got it, hands it off. And not much there. Defense swarms on the ball carrier. That was Clay Wasson.
Got a young man down for George Rogers Clark.
That is Wasson who carried the ball on that play, and they're going to tend to him right now. That comes with a minute 32 to go.
Just a reminder, folks, with the clock winding down.
Well, Douglass, after losing those first three, has really put things together. And what have you seen? We've talked a little bit about the key to their winning streak coming in. Now that the streak is going to be extended by a game, what do you like about how they've developed?
They're gelling. It just seems like they're everything that's been called, everything on defense, guys are making plays, not just one guy, but every one of them. We've been saying everybody's name, tackling. They do a very good job of open field tackling that stops, it keeps their momentum. Then you got, and let's be real, one of the top running backs in the state of Kentucky, Talbert, and then he goes out, you're like, cool, he's out. And then here comes Turner, here comes Ross. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, they do have quite a cast here, and
their receivers as well.
Yeah. Terry Cason made a fine catch in the end zone tonight. He's a very athletic receiver, and they've got some. We've mentioned Fields' name a lot on defense, and there are just some standouts. I mean, a good entire unit on offense and defense, but some really outstanding athletes.
Right, and their lineman that actually had the experience coming back, he ends up getting hurt, so. This offensive line, which that's the marquee of their team based on their head coach, who was an offensive line at Marshall, they've come on their own. They've done a very good job of improving each week and with stiff competition. So you got to give them a lot of credit for the success they have on offense.
Clay Wasson left the ball game, but it was walking under his own power over there. Now we're back to action as Nestor takes it and hands off, and that is Belcher up the middle for a short gain for GRC. We a third down play. They're at the 20-yard line in GRC territory.
I see the young guys for Frederick Douglass. They're jumping down and saying, come on, snap the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's
get
some
another
play
player
here.
to in. Yeah. So here they come out of the huddle.
There they go. He's like, come on.
Belcher there in the backfield next to Nestor. And they give it to Martin. And that play is stopped. Gunnar Martin stopped at about the 17-yard line.
Number 23, Philip Higgins with the stop.
Higgins again. He's gotten in some defensive stats in his time in the ballgame, including an interception return for a touchdown. That may do it tonight, as we're at 15 seconds and counting, and the teams are leaving the field. It's going to be a 41-7 win for Frederick Douglass tonight over George Rogers Clark, and the Broncos really took charge in the second half of this one. There's the end of the ball game tonight. The final score: Frederick Douglass 41 and GRC 7. And you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon. We'll begin our wrap-up in just a moment here on Glycon.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Keith Elkins along with Cisco Bryant as the Douglas Broncos wrapped up a 41-7 win over GRC tonight, and we just got the post-game statistics, and we'll look at some numbers and also just talk about these scoring plays as we had Douglas breaking out on top with the blocked field goal return by Banther, and he covered 88 yards and gave them a 7-0 lead after the kick, and then to talk about that play for a minute, I mean, obviously you have to have a lot of contributors on a play like that too. Somebody's got to block the kick, and then you immediately turn into offense when somebody picks it up too. So
right, when you go that far, that means everybody was like a team, and they had a punt return, a wall set up. They were blocking and did a very good job and set the tone.
And Banther with plenty of speed to take it in. The next touchdown, that was with 4:47 to go in the first. The next touchdown came with 1:18 to go in the first. And Terry Kaysen, a nice pass from Jaden Guzman, scored. And Kaysen made a nice catch reaching up in the end zone to grab that one.
Yeah, one-handed catch, and he put it high outside so the DB couldn't get it, and a nice catch.
And then the next score for Douglas, 4:32 to go in the second quarter. They moved in front 21. The extra point, by the way, was blocked after that second touchdown. Right. Then they scored their third touchdown with 4:32 to go in the second. Dakari Talbert, 7-yard run. Keenan Banther with the carry for the 2-point conversion as they made up for the blocked or the failed kick on the second after the second touchdown. And so a 10-play 66-yard drive covering 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and that was more of a grinded out conventional type drive with Dakari Talbert putting the finishing touch on it.
We said it the whole night, and we said it before watching him. Talbert does a great job of running in between the tackles, and then he's got speed and quickness to go outside.
And a 21-0 lead for Douglas at the half. Third quarter, a minute 40 to go. Jeremiah Turner, a 14-yard run, and Clayton Wallace with the kick there, a 4-play, 46-yard drive covering a minute and 39 seconds. And Jeremiah Turner really adds a lot to that Douglas backfield, takes some of the pressure off Dakari Talbert, and he's a very good running back in his own right.
Right, and then also the other horseman, Carter Ross, does a very good job. But Turner's got that quickness and power as well, and they're amazing backfield.
That made it 28-0 when Turner scored. And then Philip Higgins in for Frederick Douglass made an interception return, took it 37 yards, and that made it 34-0. Again, they were unable to convert the extra point, but that one, those two scores there really spread it out, and this made it very much of a dominating type of game for Douglas.
It was very much so, and plus the defense kept doing the special teams because you're kicking off and everybody's downfield making tackles. So it was a special team, offense, and defense effort. Great job.
GRC did get on the board as Douglas began to make a lot of substitutions after that touchdown on the interception return. But the Cardinals scored with 4:48 to go in the game. Landon Belcher, a 9-yard run. Levi Ross added the kick to make it 34-7. And then Jeremiah Brown closed things out, the running back for Douglas, scoring on an 8-yard run. Wallace added the kick, and that made our final score 41-7 tonight. And that is how it ended. And our scoring summary is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And we will take a break, and we will have more coming up, and we'll have our most outstanding players, and also take a look at next week's schedule. That's still coming up on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Start the season with a win with savings on an incredible lineup of hot new Kias. Like 2025 Kia Sorento, just $269 a month, or buy for 0% financing. Or drive home a new 2025 Kia Seltos, just $209 a month. And win big on hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $169 a month. $169 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School following the 41-7 win by the Frederick Douglass Broncos over George Rogers Clark tonight. We gave you the scoring summary already, and that showed how Douglas basically took charge of this game as it went on, and they were the dominant team tonight and eventually took over, and George Rogers Clark not really in a position to make a big come-from-behind effort. That's not really the style that they play that would give them a chance to do that kind of thing, especially since against a great athletic team like Douglas. So it was Douglas's ball game from early in the second half on, I would say.
Very much so, and definitely starting the game out and moving the ball down the field. George Rogers, Frederick Douglass defense made an adjustment, and then they kept making it throughout the whole game.
Well, we saw some outstanding performances tonight. We'll a little bit of the team numbers here first, as we have the 41-7 final. Frederick Douglass wins it, but first downs, GRC with 16 and Douglass with 15, but and they also outgained them on the ground, 209 to 149. And Douglass with 75 to 31 yards advantage in the passing category. So those numbers not really indicative of how things went, although we did see early GRC made an early drive and got a lot of yardage, but just didn't get in the end zone, and that was kind of the story for them in the first half, as they just couldn't get a score, and they were still getting some yardage. But later on, Douglass began making the big plays on defense. We saw the interception return by Higgins, and it was just really tough going for George Rogers Clark in that second half.
Well, George Rogers Clark, as we look at the stats, 240 total offense, and then Frederick Douglass 243. So if you look at the first downs and everything, the game was close. Mm-hmm. But the difference is Frederick Douglass got in the end zone. And that goes back to the thing we talked about in the beginning. Frederick Douglass defense bends. And you can see 240, but they don't break.
Mm-hmm. And outstanding individually, Stryker Davidson had a nice game for George Rogers Clark tonight. 17 carries, 101 yards, net gain, a long gain of 22 yards, and averaged almost 6 yards a carry. He runs very hard. He's a very strong runner. He's got some good teammates back there that also run the ball in Nestor and Belcher. Now, they didn't get a whole lot going tonight, but Davidson ran hard and put up some good numbers. And
not just on offense, defense as well. He made some key plays early in the game when the game was close on defense as well. So he is definitely the most valuable player for them.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And we'll give the outstanding player for George Rogers Clark to Stryker Davidson. And we've had a little trouble coming up with an individual for Frederick Douglass. So, you know, we've mentioned these linemen a lot.
Yes, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
How about an O-line, offensive line, or even the defensive line, or just linemen? We'll just say linemen.
We'll just say linemen.
How about linemen?
Because they both did a very good job. The D lineman did a very good job making the tackles when they needed to. The O-line made creases for whoever was in the backfield. It didn't matter.
They did, and we've talked about how those running backs know what to do when they get those holes, but somebody has to create those holes for them to find and get through and then turn on the speed that we've seen from Talbert and Turner and some others. So we'll give it to the lines, the O-line and the defensive line as outstanding players for Frederick Douglass tonight.
Yeah, very much so. Well deserved. Well deserved.
All right, the most outstanding players again presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And we'll come back, take a look at next week's schedule when we continue on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Here to hear what's on your mind. take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Back to wrap things up at Frederick Douglass High School tonight following the Broncos' 41-7 win over GRC as Broncos took charge in the second half, and on a nice but cool evening here on homecoming evening at Douglass High School, the Broncos get a big win tonight, 41-7, to run their record to 6-3. Douglass goes to 6-3 on the season, and now GRC at 5-5. So right now, let's take a quick look at next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead, and on Glycod next week, Thursday, October 30th, a 7:30 start for Woodford County at Ballard, and then on Friday, October 31st, a 7:30 start for Boyle County at Douglas, which should be an interesting matchup. 7:30 also for Oldham County at Lafayette, and a 7:30 start also for DeSales at Anderson County and for Morgan County at Paris. Schedule is subject to change. We invite you to visit glycod.com and, of course, follow the teams in central Kentucky and the Louisville area and over in southern Indiana, too, as well, on Glycod. And, again, the final tonight, Frederick Douglass wins at 41-7. Any final thoughts, Cisco, as we get ready to wrap it up tonight?
Complete package. That's the best I can tell you right now about Frederick Douglass. So watching them today, offensively, defensively, front line, D line. Remember, they got the MVP. Mm-hmm. And with that said, that's tough. They're in the right pace at the right time in playoffs.
Well, Douglass wins big tonight. That will do it for us. We appreciate you being with us tonight. And for Cisco Bryant and for our producer Jackson Miller and for our camera operator John Strange, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, the final score tonight, it was Frederick Douglass 41 and George Rogers Clark 7. Thanks very much for watching on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation.